Hello student, let's start to learn. Standard ninth, subject science and technology, medium English and semi-English. Unit number 1, laws of motion. Today's my first point is Newton's law of motion. Second point, Newton's first law of motion. Third point, balance and unbalanced force. Fourth point, Newton's second law of motion. And last point, momentum. Thank you. Newton's law of motion. What could be the reasons for the followings? Number 1, a static object does not move without application of a force. Second, the force which is sufficient to lift the book from a table is not sufficient to lift the table. Third, fruits on a tree fall down when its branches are shaken. Fourth, an electric fan keeps on rotating for some times even after it is switched off. If we look for reason for the above, we realize that the objects have some inertia. We have learned that inertia is related to the mass of the object. Newton's law of motion describes this very property and is therefore also called the law of inertia. Also all instances of the inertia are example of the Newton's first law of motion. Fill a glass with sand. I am taking here rice. Keep piece of cardboard on it. Keep a 5 rupees coin on the cardboard. Now strike the cardboard hard using your fingers. Observe what happens. The cardboard moves forward and the coin fall in the glass. Newton's first law of motion. Balance and unbalanced force. If you must have played the tug of war so long as the force applied to both sides are equal. That is balance. The center of the rope is a static in spite the applied forces. On the other hand, when the applied force become unequal, that is unbalanced, a net force gets applied in the direction of the greater force and the center of the rope shifts in that direction, in this direction. This photo shows very good example of the Newton's first law of the motion. When an object at a rest will remain at a rest unless acted on by an unbalanced force. An object in motion will continue with constant speed and the direction unless acted on by an unbalanced force on it. Newton's first law of motion. An object continues to remain at rest or in a state of uniform motion along the straight line unless an external unbalanced force acts on it. When an object is at rest or in uniform motion along a straight line, it does not mean that no force is acting on it. Actually, there are number of forces acting on it, but they cancel one another so that the net force is zero. Newton's first law explains the phenomenon of the inertia, that is the inability of object to change its state of motion on its own. It is also explained unbalanced force which causes a change in state of object at rest or in uniform motion. Newton's second law of motion. Let's try this. A1. Ask your friend to drop one plastic or one rubber ball from the same height. Second, you catch the ball. Which ball was easier to catch and why? Answer of this question, the plastic ball was easier to catch because the mass of the plastic ball is much less than that of the rubber ball. When the velocity is the same, a lighter body produces less impact than a heavier body. B1. Ask your friend to throw a ball towards you at a slow speed. Try to catch it. Second, now ask your friend to throw the same ball at high speed towards you. Try to catch it. Which ball could you catch with greater ease? Why? Answer of this question: the ball at slow speed could be caught with greater ease relative to the ball at high speed. A ball with slow speed produces less impact than the ball with high speed. Momentum, the effect of one object striking another object, depends the both mass of the former object and its velocity. This means that the effect of the force depends on property related to the both mass and velocity of the striking object. This property was termed momentum by Newton. Momentum. Momentum is the product of mass and velocity of an object. P is equal to mv. P means momentum, m means mass, and v means velocity. Momentum is a vector quantity. Momentum has a magnitude as well as direction. Its direction is same as that of the velocity. In SI system, the unit of momentum is kilogram meter per second, while in CGS system, it is gram centimeter per second. Here is the first example of the momentum. In this animation, boy pushes girls. He applies unbalanced force to the girl, causes change in velocity, then it also causes change in momentum. In second example, in this animation, a man applies unbalanced force on weak boy and fat boy. Weak boy goes higher velocity than fattest boy because weak boy have a low mass than fattest boy. Third example, pendulum. In this animation, ball taking some distance and release it. Then it hits second ball. Momentum of the first ball goes to second ball. In this way, momentum goes to last ball and the last ball goes forward direction. In this way, repeat this activity, we see same momentum is produced from the first ball to last ball in the pendulum. Suppose an object of mass m has initial velocity u. When a force F is applied in the direction of its velocity for time t, its velocity becomes v. The initial momentum of the object is equal to mu. Its final momentum after time t is equal to mv. So, the rate of change of momentum is equal to change in momentum upon time. Rate of change of momentum is equal to mv minus mu upon t is equal to m into bracket v minus u bracket complete upon t is equal to ma. So, according to Newton's second law of motion, the rate of change of momentum is proportional to applied force. Ma is directly proportional to F. So, F is equal to Kma. Here, K is a constant of proportionality and its value is 1. So, our last equation, F is equal to M into A.